Without any more delay, let's go into game number 1 between Nod versus Synergy. Let's have a look at the lineups.
Yeah, for Synergy we got FCSD, Negative, Gattutzin, Drag and Jared, Leto, Fixer and Zish, 251s, 3 i3s and 2 T1s.
And we have a mirror matchup, 2 T1 Cunninghams driven by Slava and Patrick. I'm going to call him Patrick. 2 IS3s from Odsa Tanky and Disabled, 3 IS3s, and Krot, Liptons and Bazile are the MX5100. So these guys are going to go head to head. Will they engage in the town or will they go in the field? Let's find out. Game number 1 of day number 2 of the Golden League. Losers brackets. Anyone loses here today, the best of 5, go home.
That's true, and Synergy, yeah, I think they will go for the usual start from north, while Nod is playing, looks like for the open. They're at least relocating all near to their own cap, so maybe we see the first surprising tactic here on Minsk this game.
Right, they're going into the field though for Nod. Nod are actually moving away, heading away from the enemy team, and this is not a good sign for us, as they're obviously not doing an engagement.
Yep.
Now, is there a reason why the South team often goes into the field? Do they have a disadvantage pushing into the town?
No, not really. I would say it's totally equal from both sides. The only thing is where you go maybe for the cap is because if you send a T1 aggressive, like they are actually doing it, to catch information and then shoot down the railways, maybe you get some hit point advantage in that case.
Maybe.
And I think it's the only reason. But you can also push really good from the south to the cap, and I think that's actually the try from them. So let's check out what's Drag doing here.
Well, Patrick has managed to spot Drag, and that means that Drag is having to be careful, because if he isn't, then he... Oh, wait,
nice.
goes out and hits Oadstar. What a shot. I was unexpected there. He took the advantage. He was spotted. So I didn't expect him to make a move, because he would be very scared that Lipsons or someone would be able to get round the back. But that really punished him. I'm going to see if I can see the damage.
And
yeah,
nice
there we go.
tactical thing here. He destroyed the wall to spot enemies coming through the railways into the cap that he can shoot. I mean, he can also shoot through the wall, but he had no vision through. So it was really important for him to waste, or don't waste, his 2 shells to destroy the walls before he is aiming back to the middle.
Well, we can see that Nod have taken a big aggression through the railway tracks. This is a huge gamble. If it goes wrong, then, well, they die. And this is where Mind lost the game yesterday, doing this similar maneuver, spreading out along the train track here, and they lost 4 versus 4.
Yeah, but not staying a bit more combined. While Krot is here spotted, I think it's from one tank in the base. It's what Stark got in, who gets spotted as well. So they know there's something going on the line. The 2 T1s are in a really good spotting position, while the heavy tanks still hiding behind. And yeah, Synergy is actually only waiting what Nod is doing.
Yeah, Nod are scared. They cannot move. And Synergy are playing a reactive game. Nod are trying to take control, but they've failed to be able to get hold of them. Yeah. And now it looks like they're going to retreat into the corner, and they've lost their confidence.
Yeah, they were spotted too early, I think, and then they decided, okay, we have to go back and maybe try it from the city side. Synergy is not moving. There's no tank alone on the open side. They are all back in the city, and our cap is too far open, so we have to go back with our heavies. But yeah, they got all T1s alive. Not a single tank is dead. Only 1 shell was going to Zada from, who was it, from Dag. So basically nothing happened so far.
Wait, but Nod are still progressing. They're not sitting still. Although they do seem to be ordering their T1 back from the 0 line. I'm not entirely sure what their intentions are here. They are going back into withdraw into a defensive position, and then they're deciding what to do. They're obviously not wanting to attack blindly. They were spotted advancing up the middle. They had to fall back to make sure no counterattack was happening. Krot is the only one in the lead, and anywhere far forward out of a 4-block area in the southeast.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Both teams playing ultra defensive. This map doesn't seem to be a good one for many of these teams. They're not very confident.
But I really like the T1 position from Nod here at A9, A0. These spots are open, so they immediately know if Synergy starts to move. And Synergy also relocated 1 T1 out to the 1 line to get also more information, because they know, okay, we can't go for the open anymore, so let's secure the city side for us. We need the information that we can't get flanked or,
Yeah, and Slava has done well guessing to this position. He's it's an unusual bush, so I don't think they'll guess him by blind firing into this position.
Yeah, FCSD gets spotted and immediately shoots some blind shots in this area, and I think he's no on reload. But yeah, no chance to hit Slava here.
Yeah, he didn't guess this bush. He wasn't even close. The shots he fired were well wide.
Yeah, but the question is, will be Synergy pushing through the city now? Are they expecting, okay, there are maybe 1 or 2 tier 8s, so if they spot maybe one tank from the mid area to push on the open to catch the 5100, possibilities, but
I think Nod would have watched the game where Mind lost this position last time, so they're going to be even more nervous, and Synergy are just going to wait. Clearly, they don't want to play this map. They would be doing something. Synergy, I'm disappointed in their behavior because they forced Nod into this. Nod attacked, Nod did probing, Nod did a few scouts. They lost some HP in doing so, and then Synergy come at us, come at us,
They
bros.
didn't even move. Synergy didn't even move or try to. They just go into the starting position, and these positions were also really defensive, and then they say, okay, not come, or we let them have. We were talking in the last season finals about this friendly agreement, so if teams decided after 5 minutes, okay, we don't want to attack, let's skip the map.
Yeah, I was talking to some other captains as well about this, and it seems to be a mixed opinion, because I thought it was clear cut. Both teams don't want to attack, therefore just skip the map. Agreed. Okay, this map is a draw, let's skip the map. That seems really logical to me if I was in a position. But the commanders were saying, if they were asked, they would always say, well, do the enemy want to draw? And they would never say, yes, I want to draw. They always said, well, are they going for a draw? Because if they're not going for a draw. And so both commanders would always be well, are they going for it? And then no one will actually accept the draw, because both of them are well, if the other one isn't going for a draw, then I'm not going for a draw. And it's one of those situations they think it just wouldn't work. But I would say, a gentleman's agreement. This is a position where we're now going to talk for 4 minutes and nothing will happen. Maybe at the last few seconds something will happen. And this is the opportunity the commanders would be looking for.
Yeah, yesterday our draw game ends. It also really starts into the action in the very last seconds. I think 90 seconds before the end, the team pushed down from the South Railway, and then we had fights overall. But it was already too late. So 3-minute mark, they should start soon if they want to go into the action. Otherwise, we just have 3 minutes to wait.
Yeah, we just have 3 minutes to wait, and then we can look forward to the next map, which is Himmelsdorf, and that's a much harder map to draw on.
Exactly. I don't think that we will see a draw on Himmelsdorf.
Nod are still making plays, and I'm really happy with Nod right now, and I feel that they are not the ones going for the draw here. They're just getting forced into it. They are making plays, but because Synergy are just holed up, they're worried about throwing a map away. If they lose Insk, they have to win Himmels, Rune and Cliff with no more draws or anything, and maybe they don't want to play mines, and they want to win 3 in a row. I don't know what their strategy is, but you've got to think of the whole set. You can't think of just this one map. But Nod are moving out.
I think Lipton will now join the T1, and then they maybe will go in with the T1. The IS3 waiting in cover to support them, so the T1 will spot, and they can maybe set some shells on the T8 tanks for an engage. But only 2.5 minutes left on the clock, so they should start it immediately. And Synergy, my screen is basically frozen.
I used to play in another computer game before this one, and the culture was very different. It was similar to World of Tanks. You couldn't draw. There actually was a draw option in the game, but if you did that draw, the other team would complain that you offered the draw. Not the draw, sorry. You can actually resign. You can actually quit and say, okay, you have the match. Draws and resigns was actually considered very much in the
I'm watching Fixer. It's the most interesting part, actually, in the game here, if you see him.
Fixer he's botting, is he?
He's botting. I will report him.
Reporting again. I'm looking behind, but there is 7 players, so is he faking it? Is he faking being a bot? Wait a minute, Nod are actually attacking now.
Yeah. Fixer spot them, really nice damage deal here to Lipton.
Oh, here we go! Fixer's taken out, the bot is gone, and the team are moving in. Go Nod! I'm really supporting them here because Synergy are playing, I don't know, just too defensive for my likings. And here we go, Krot takes a shot to the front, and they are still not, oh, there you go, Drag actually receives a hit. Nod needs to get more hits though, because Disabled has actually been hit in the ammo rack and used his repair kit. This is not looking good for Nod, and this is why they didn't want to do this. But Drag has been hit a few times. One more time, they get him down. Drag is down, and they can move in here. They do have 3 IS3s, so 1 minute is enough to go in and do the damage, but they're scared of the 5100s, who have not revealed themselves yet, and Krot is now taking some damage damage. And here we go underneath the bridge. It's hard to see this position here. But Krot and Sable taking shot after shot here. But the Bazile, watch the Bazile as he comes in behind.
Yeah.
And I was actually...
and Jared Leto is in huge trouble.
There he is.
45 seconds left.
Jared, and he's going in behind. One more shot to him, but no, Dark God Zim is not going to get finished. And he's going to go for negative. He gets his shells off. Nod now have to make a move, but it's 37 seconds left. I'm not sure they're going to be able to do it. Jared Leto is in huge
trouble. I don't know if they got enough shells left, but Jared Leto's
Sable's in a lot of trouble now. One more shot. He's got about 5 seconds left in his life, but he is able to take out Jared before he goes down. Unless he can bounce his shot, he is dead. Dark God Zim's going to finish him now. There he goes. So this is reasonably even, but I would give Nod this attack because they were not the ones defending. They assaulted this position, and fantastic play for them. This is going to be a draw, but at least Nod gave us some action as Ostar comes in trying to finish someone off. If he gets a high roll, no, he doesn't get it. But Krot goes round the back trying to get the damage, and Dark God Zim high roll, but not enough. Bazile is coming back into the action. Is he reloaded? But no. It is a draw.
I have to point one thing out now after the battle.
Why 1-0 to Synergy?
I don't know. I think it's wrong.
No ping roll. There is no 8-pin roll in this game. It's a draw. That was a 0-0. There is no pin roll.
In case of this draw, I have to point one thing out. What I absolutely don't like from Synergy, 1t1 from them was going totally down in the left down corner. You don't try to do caps. You just know I have to survive that we draw it out.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. If the T1 goes down to the other side, I mean, he can't help in the heavy fight. He can shoot 5100s, but he can't shoot the R3, so I can understand if he just goes straight on for the cap.
Yeah.
But not even trying to cap or figure out where's the enemy T1, just going down to hide in the corner, I don't like that.
Synergy played this map for draw. They played this map for draw. This was not an fault for Nod. Nod tried. And they had to do the only thing available to them. For such a heavy camp strategy, they had to play defensive and do a 2-minute push. There's nothing else they could have done, really, without hugely risking the game.
Yeah.
They had to have that security of, okay, if the battle doesn't go our way, we don't want to lose because we hit it. But they did really well. Look at this. Krot, Ulstat, and Bazile doing really well.
Yeah.
FCSD also doing very well, as always, for Synergy.
Yeah.
Definitely their star player. If we had the stats for all the games for Synergy so far, FCSD is definitely for the top for them.
Yeah.
Definitely. Almost every battle, he's at the top.
Yeah, with Illusion, and Illusion is not here. Fixer's playing for him.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe
reason
the
Nod
reason
didn't do so well, though, was
exactly.
Lipton's. Lipton's only got one shot in for Nod. If he actually got more of his shots in, I think that would have gone easily into Nod's direction. But
yeah, that's true. Yeah. But also, I think why Synergy is playing so passive is because they're missing Illusion and have to play with Fixer. And I think Fixer, or better, Illusion was a T8 player. So Fixer as reserve for him was also a T8 player. Now a T1 player have to play T8. So that could be maybe the reason why they have to play so passive, or think they have to.
Maybe, but you might as well make an effort at it. And here's the votes coming in. 56% to Synergy.
Ooh.
Very close. Very close. It's definitely what I expected. I didn't expect Nod or Synergy to have a huge selection of the votes. It's hard to tell. Different play styles. Synergy clearly in the first map being very disappointing for the crowd, but Himmelsdorf is coming in. Winter Himmelsdorf is coming in now.
It will be not Winter Himmelsdorf.
Why not?
Not today. Maybe
not
tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
It's not snowing here. Actually, it was snowing here not so long ago, but then it just stopped.
I was really surprised as I traveled from Germany to here that it's so hot here.
Yeah,
it's really warm.
It's really
I expected
warm
-degrees, snow.
No, it's mini heat wave before winter actually hits. That's what everyone's saying
but
here.
Then
They're
I will
saying,
be back home.
Yeah, you'll be safe. I won't be, but you'll be safe. And that's what all the locals are saying. It's like, expect a blizzard any day now.
Okay.
As soon as you see people walking around with shorts on or t-shirts on, that's the day the blizzard will hit. Minsk is like that, apparently. The weather watches this place, and as soon as people get their t-shirts out, then the winter 2 hits.
Okay.
They have 2 winters. So yeah.
Good to know. Yeah, next Himmelsdorf, I think we will see similar lineups, i3 50-100s. And again, I don't think that any team will try Waffenträger 110.
No, I think because of the way the map pool works, and it's not the same map over and over again, it's different maps each time.
Yep.
People aren't playing the crazy tactics for every map. Now, you got to think, if you play crazy for one map, it will set the tone for the rest of it, and your opponents might think, oh, they're going to go crazy every time.
Yep.
Then, I don't know. To me, I would do this. To me, if I was in this sort of situation, I definitely would throw one of the games as a rush. You see it in other high-profile games, so people will play a rush game and then go for standard, and then rush, and then standard, or then rush, then standard. It's a mind game.
It's a mind game, yeah.
Let's go into game number 2. It's still 0-0 between Nod and Synergy. Game number 2, Himmelsdorf. Let's see the lineups.
Synergy, FCSD, Negative, Darkotin, Drake, Jared Leto, Fixer, and Sage. 5100, 2 times, 3 IS3s, 2 T1s, nothing special.
Yeah, and for Nod, we have Slava Patrick in the T1s, 3 IS3s for, in fact, it's the same as last time.
Yeah.
Exactly the
Mirror
same.
match.
It's exactly the mirror matches and the exact same guys driving the exact same tanks. I don't see any changes.
Yeah, I think normally it's preferred to do some crazy tactics, because you pick the tanks, give it to the admin, and then the admin say, okay, both teams pick, and then you see first time what the enemy is playing. So you can do crazy tactics against standard stuff.
Yeah, you can, and it's all about throwing your opponents off. But let's have a look at the tactics on this map. We are seeing a dual 5100 and IS3 push on the hill for Nod.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That's not something I expected to see from anybody on this map.
No. Synergy is playing, I would say, standard stuff. Going with the one heavy tank to the 2 line, then a few tanks on the G area, 1 tank is going for the hill, sometimes 2 tanks. And yeah, that's a T1, but yeah, 3 tanks from Nord on the hill. That could be surprising. I mean, if FCSD or Siege didn't spot them early enough, they can be in a huge trouble here.
Well, this is a risk strategy, because as soon as the counter to this is, as soon as you see it, you charge across the open field and take them out. Because these 3 on the hill will not be able to support the 2 down south, and then you may lose 1 tank up top, but they'll lose 2 tanks down bottom, and their cap will be under pressure faster.
That's
in theory.
Yeah, but
if they're spotted, and they are spotted, let's see the reaction from Synergy. Will they come back, or will they keep going?
actually only FCSD is moving down the hill immediately with the T1, and now they are moving on the 2 line. So it looks like there will be an attack on the 2 IS3s, but the 2 IS3s from Nod are pretty safe in this area. So
yeah, but they didn't catch anything. They were too slow at the top there, and Nod now in a bit of trouble. The 2 IS3s in the center here should back off. Oh, the gun here from Asta was actually damaged from the firefight. But if he gets caught up, the banana is not being watched properly, and there is a tank coming down the banana. Who is it?
FCSD is coming down. He was on the hill now, and he's immediately going to the 8 line.
Oh, Disable gets a shot, and now Osta
IS3s.
will be able to shoot
Double
him.
hit.
He was hit bad, but he will be able to go forward and do some damage.
But there's Scott as well, so FCSD is in a lot of trouble because he will get the
Yeah,
last
he
shot
will
from
not be
right
able to
now.
get it. Oh, he bounced the shot. He's okay, but he needs to be very careful.
No, he did only 600 damage, and there's another hit.
Oh,
on
look
Brazil.
at all
He
those
lived
shots missed,
far
though.
too long.
Far too long.
Yeah, far too long from Nod. Especially the IS3 behind. It was Uzada had to kill him immediately after. So yeah, it was a bit of miscommunication, I bet. I think one say, okay, I will finish him off, and then they didn't hit him. But yeah, Synergy is 1 T8 tank down. It's all in favor for Nod this time, and I think Synergy can't really cap this map. So Nod have to continue the push. Don't wait in the mid area.
Here comes the big engagement. As Nod is fighting Synergy.
Yeah, but Synergy is turning around. I think they're too afraid. All 3 tanks moving full in, and now they're turning around, aiming still to this area. But I think they noticed, okay, we can't engage here. We get flanked with 4 tanks, so let's go to the cap area. And force them.
FCSD, very disappointing performance by him. How he managed to get caught out so badly. His teammates were just not in position to support his attack. It was a bit silly.
Yeah, that's true. It was definitely not the best. And yeah, the Brazil get another hit from, I think it's IS3 from Deck, doing a good job.
But what are Nod doing now? Not trying to even counter this. Got 19 seconds left, and they aren't moving in.
They have to hurry, otherwise they lose it. I mean, 2 tanks on the way, IS3 and a 5100, but the 2 IS3s and the 5100 from Synergy aiming to this area.
This is going to be clutch. This is going to be within a few seconds of each other.
Down, and
Krok comes through, and he gets a reset. Krok gets a massive reset, going back to 11 seconds, and Bazayo and Disable are coming around the back, and Krok will move forward into the cap zone to absorb the shots, while his teammates come in, unload as Negative goes down. Drag is sitting at the back trying to do the damage, but it's not going to be too much, as Krok is still alive. How is Krok still alive? And there he goes down. Bazayo manages to get him, and the battle though on the other cap zone, Slava faces Sesh, and Slava wins. Nod is going to get a decisive victory here.
Exactly. Disabled and Uzada just killed off Dakotim, and now they're heading to Jared Leto and trying to kill him. He's down to 1,100 hit points. Uzada is full. There's the first hit. Disabled have to run and play. Maybe he can bounce a shell from Jared Leto. There's a bouncer from Jared Leto, and Drake joins the fight now from behind. So it's 2 IS3s against 2 IS3s. The 5100 are still on reload, so it's still possible to win for Synergy this fight here, while the cap is going on. But yeah, first they have to kill Uzada fast, and then maybe they can focus out the 5100 while they're on the way back to the cap. 1 minute and 7 seconds left before the cap is done. So it's all about Drake and Jared Leto now.
But wait a minute, things could go wrong if Jared does manage to get the kill there, and the Bazaar does go down, and Osta, he's now, in trouble. Nod somehow lost this unless Lipton's can get into battle. Osa really should not be chasing Drag right now. He's got his ammo rack damaged, and oh wait, it's the capstone that he's in trouble with.
Yeah.
This is really bad.
Yeah, not try to save the day while they're sending the second 5100 to the cap. I mean, missed drive from Drag here. He was, blocking himself. So I think he will not get back in time. And
That's why Oster wants to chase him, because he wants to get the tracking shot, and even then Drag was not able to kill him. The tracks absorbed the damage, and now their base is captured. Well done, Nod. Sorry about the disconnect there. I had some technical issues. And I got disconnected from the fight, but great play by Nod, going back to do the cap zone after winning the firefight with the T1s. They realized it was an option now, and were able to go and do that. So very good play by Nod. They won the engagement almost. It was. Yeah. I didn't see when.
Fight back.
Yeah. When did it turn around? Unfortunately, I had technical issues, so I didn't see
after
it.
the base cap, there was a 5100 and two i3s capping. It was Jared Leto and another i3. The 5100 get killed. Then they killed Crot, and they moved forward into the Lipton's. He was also one shot, killed him, and then they were 2-on-2 against i3s, and they had a better focus. Also, they bounce the shell, so they get the advantage back. And yeah, I think without the cap, it would be a really, really close battle.
It would be incredibly close. Somehow Nod didn't win that fight. For me, when I actually lost the vision there, I felt that it was easy for Nod. They had done it. They had done everything they did. But I guess it was all about the 5100 timings. They had now expended their 5100s.
Exactly.
And it was too late to recover. They didn't have enough DPM.
Yeah. And Synergy had two nearly full hit point i3 left against half hit points i3s and one shot 5100s.
And that's because FCSD, although he died pretty sharpish, he still got 840 damage off, and it took ages for Nod to kill him.
That's true.
So that took a while, and probably the autoloaders did not reload fully after killing him. So that probably was part of the issue there. Not only that, Negative got 5 of his 6 shots off as well before he was killed, although 3 of them only did damage. Still, 1,048 damage. I guess that was some ramming?
Something like that, yeah.
Must have been. That was really high rolls.
Yeah, but FCSD, this move on the 8 line was too suicidal. He didn't wait for his team or just for his team to distract Nod at this point. He just drive in, and he was a distraction, but he got killed immediately by 4 tanks.
I still think that Synergy must have played during that firefight so much better than Nod. However, the tactics from Nod were much superior to Synergy's, and Synergy has been relying very much on defensive reaction tactics. Kind of what I would say what Synergy are very much old school Russian tactics, Season 1 tactics, pre-Season 1 tactics, Himmelsdorf. They sit back in the standard positions doing firefight shots. The only thing missing to be pre-Season 1 tactics would be the T69 on the hill.
On the hill, yeah.
That's true. If they had the T69 there instead, it would have been exactly how the Russian League played in Season 1, where they were just being reactive. Nod took control of the map, even though I don't necessarily agree with everything else that they did. They actually did something. They had a tactic. They had a plan. They could do so. And here they are planning here. We can see Pavel, which is Patrick. Yeah, which is probably part of the Patrick. I don't know. But this is the Nod team, and look at their new shirts. These were just made for the offline event. They did not have these before then, so I guess they've got some sponsorships as well.
Yeah, it looks like.
Congratulations to these guys. But Slava's the guy on the right there from the center, bending over, talking to the captain, I guess. They're talking to, who's the one in the center? Lipton's on the left, and you can see their tops. Who's the captain of Nod? Bazail. Yeah, it must be.
It must be, yeah.
Yeah, he's the captain of the team, so yeah, it must be him they're surrounding. Yeah. Would make sense. Anyway, we're not particularly familiar with their faces and names. Unfortunately, the language barrier does affect us as well when we're trying to say hi to people, and not that many people, all the teams, have English skills or confident English skills so they can actually talk to us. They're a bit shy.
Yeah. I remember in Moscow as I tried to talk with all players before the games and get some infos out. Yeah. 3 or 4 teams had not even a single person who speak proper English, or at least enough to communicate.
Or enough confidence. I find this when I talk to a lot of people, they actually have good enough English skills, but they struggle. They're shy. And a lot of people, we get a lot of rude people in the chat sometimes in these streams where they're like, oh, why don't they just learn English? Well, why don't you just learn Russian? It's the same thing. They don't need it in their day-to-day life. Why would they do it? Most of them do learn English though because they want to enjoy the films and stuff, but there is a lot of of dubs and good dubs at that in the Russian market. They've obviously got used to doing it, so it's actually got a lot better. I've actually watched them recently, English films with Russian dubs to help my Russian, and it's not so bad.
And also I have to say in that case, a lot of players also improving their English. I mean, in Moscow to today, a lot of players really improved, so you can
I think it's the
talk with
confidence
them.
as well. It's not just the improvement, it's the confidence. They know you, they're more familiar with you, they don't mind messing up so much, and I don't know, Navi have 2 players at least that can speak English, don't they? Eclipse speaks English.
Yeah, he speaks good English,
Oh, no one else? No, I don't know.
No, Power Slide is learning it, and Leshar has also got few words
No.
but yeah, it's
Leshar
not really.
cannot speak. I had a conversation with Leshar on the bus, and basically I tried to speak a little bit of Russian, and he was like, he said that I speak Russian very, very badly. I would try and say what he said. I understood what he said, but my pronunciation is terrible. But I understood what he said, and I said like, "Oh, I speak Russian very badly," and he went, "No, very, very badly." I was like, "Hey, what about your English skills, Mister?" So anyway,
let's go to our third map, Ruinberg.
Ruinberg. Now, Ruinberg has been a mixed bag as well. In fact, we haven't really seen it much today, yesterday, have we?
One time, I think.
Just
only
once?
one time. Yeah.
What happened?
The team, I think it was A Gaming with a light setup going for the CT against A Gaming played against yesterday. Oh, it's too long ago.
You've slept since then.
Yeah.
A Gaming faced off against Synergy, wasn't it?
Synergy, yes, Synergy. So it was Synergy again who played Otton Ruinberg.
So they've had the practice again. But what was Synergy's tactic? Can you remember at all?
Yeah, they were going for the open with a more heavy setup.
That was it, the IS3s. They had two IS3s, actually. They went into the field, nailed it. Right. So Synergy went into the open field with their 3 IS3s, and it didn't necessarily work out for them. They got surrounded, the shots come in from a while. One of their tanks went down really low.
They get a lot of damage from the center of the city.
They sent one of the IS3s across, and he got caught out. He was down to 200 HP right at the start, so it didn't work out for them. But Nod are now 1-0 up after 2 maps. The first map was a draw, but it was a winning draw for Nod, in my opinion. Also, Synergy have been playing ultra defensive. It's like they have no confidence today at all. And maybe it's because of their key player missing.
Yeah, because of Illusion is missing and Fixer the bot.
Illusion, is definitely a key part of their team, and him missing is really hurting their confidence. And then Orton play aggressive tactics because of this, and that is a fine point to make. But being aggressive relies on your team being very cooperative, very focused, and you cannot do that if one of your guys are missing.
Exactly, and Illusion played from the 225 games, I think 80%. So he was really one of the key players for 85. And Fixer, we pointed out yesterday, he played only one single round in the regular season, and he didn't show up here or is ill or whatever. So they really, really miss him. And I think
you can tell that with their play. They
exactly. Maybe he's also one of the in-game caller. We don't know it.
Maybe he's probably one of the battle callers. I mean, his skill is high enough, certainly, but it doesn't mean individual skill does not necessarily mean leadership ability. And we have a few young people watching today, but again, it is close to the public. So if you see that most of the chairs are empty, that is purely because the doors are closed to the public. It's advertised to open on Saturday and Sunday. I'm hoping we're going to have a absolute full thing. We're actually going to have people sitting right next to us,
so we can touch their hair.
I can assume we're going to get some photo bombs, at least. We've had one already yesterday. Yeah, one yesterday. A guy came up and just stood like, "Oh, what's going on here?" Just right behind us, watching for ages. So that was funny. But I'm sure we're going to have that a lot more tomorrow. But how are you guys? We haven't done this yet today. But where are you from? What percentage of the audience is from Korea? We found yesterday we had a lot of Korean and Asian early on in the morning, and later in the afternoon it was mostly Europeans and a couple of North Americans. So where are you from right now? Are you watching us from Singapore? Are you watching us from anywhere in Korea? I was going to say Shanghai, and I was like, Shanghai is China, and then I was thinking, what? Seoul, that's it. I began with an S, and I was like, okay. I'm not so bad with geography after all. But where are you watching from? Let us know in the chat and your region that you play on. It's good to find other people that are watching too that you can play with. I often find that many people become friends after watching the streams, and they realize, oh, you're from my area, you watch this too. Let's go play some games together while we watch and have something to talk about.
For me, it would be really interesting if we get some Cologne viewers today.
Is there anyone from Cologne not drunk? Anyway, let's go into game number 3. It's currently 1-0 for Nod. They have the advantage. Synergy really need this victory. Let's see the tanks.
Synergy Drag, FCSD negative 5100, Dark Gods in I3, Jared Leto in 3090, Fixture in the T1, so 3 5100s.
Slava, Patrick in the T1 Cunninghams, IS 3x2, that's Krot and Osta, but this time an Object 416 from the Bizio, Disable and Liptons for the 2 autoloaders, 5100 and the 3090. Now they are missing the Object though for Synergy, that's the big difference here.
Yeah, but they got a 5100. I think a 5100 can also deal a lot of damage. So more autoloader fire definitely on the side of Synergy with 4 autoloader tanks against only 2 on the side from Nod. But only 1 IS-3, so the alpha damage is definitely on the side of Nod. That's the question. If maybe they can land some shots immediately in the mid area before the 5100s are reloaded, that will be really interesting if they are able to do that.
But here's a big engagement in the middle. Both the T1s are coming in here and they have spotted Krot and Osta. No one is going into the town for Nod at all. So this does seem like it's going to be a big engagement really quick.
Yeah, Jared Leto arrived already to the small village in the east. Lipton is spotted now by him, but he got, the 5100s behind. And Synergy is not reloaded, so they have to push in, empty the clips before they get maybe one tank caught out, focused out. So it's really important for Synergy to get the small village under their own control. And Lipton noticed that they're playing their aggressive, and now he's on the way back to the city. So,
all right, anyway, we have Osta and Krot ready to come in to support the rest of the team. We have a little bit of damage from Dark God Zim, so Synergy might not want to engage into the open field here, but there isn't much cover here for Nod. Nod are in a bit of trouble. If this engagement goes down, they don't really have anywhere to retreat to.
Yeah, that's true. And Synergy, I mean, they got the firepower. They have to try to...
Jared, though, is making a move and doesn't connect anything with Patrick there.
Yeah, they got the good control and...
and another shot wasted. This is bad for Jared. He's missing most of his autoloader shells. And this... Oh, there he goes. Third one goes in. This might be an opportunity for Lipton to make some damage down. And he does hit Drag a few times. And Krot, though, caught in the open, taking a lot of damage from FCSD. If one more shot goes into him, he could die. Fire! But he gets the kit. And there he goes. Oh, he bounces the final shot. Krot is the luckiest guy in the team.
In the end. He's down to 30 hit points. Will he fall down? There's the kill from Drag on him. He gets spotted by shooting on Jared Leto, but Jared Leto is now also in a big trouble. Lipton and Disabled is going for him.
And Disabled is coming in right now looking for Drag, but he's missed 2 shots in a row. This is bad news for Disabled. He's going to continue going forward, but he catches himself. He must be kicking himself. Oh, third shot misses. He's done almost no damage at all. Received 3 shots against himself, doing absolutely nothing. And eventually, the Krot is still alive. I can't believe this.
Yeah, the 3090 is on reload now, and I think Dark Gods in his IS3 is waiting for a chance to finish off Krot. Krot on 14 hit points, and I don't know if Drag got any shells left. I didn't count his shells, but it looks like he's also on reload, so it's like all autoloads.
Oh, Jared takes a big shot to the side, and now he just needs 2 more shots to go down, 1 at best. And Lipton and Jared exchanging shots, and neither of them are hitting anything. They both shot at least 4 times and missed every single shot. Both teams here are on their trigger fingers. They are nervous and shaking. Someone needs to start hitting the shots. Krot receives another shot and does not die. Spartan.
Important will be now the movement from FCSD. He joined with 51 and he got 650 hit points left, but he will flank the guys from Not Now.
Oh, good shot from Krot. He goes down, but he does hit Drag. Disabled now in a ton of trouble without his IS3 spotting him. And this looks over for Nod. They've just taken too much damage here. Disabled have missed too many shots, and he misses again. Disabled, I want to see his stats. I think he missed almost every single shot.
Yeah. I mean, FSD joined now from the side, and I think that was the key to win, because Not was with all tanks in the small village, while Jared Leto and FSD for Synergy going a bit closer to the city on the side and flank them, and though they had fire from all sides and no chance to survive that, especially the Object get really fast focus out. I think he shot only once.
We will see soon enough. We will see. Synergy destroyed Nod. There was it wasn't even close. There was too many missed shots from too many shots. So 1-1 now. After 3 games, first map was a draw, but it was in Nod's favour. So I say like they had half a point in my opinion. But that was a decisive win for Synergy. Let's have a look here. And it's every shot. Oh. Oh, I just assumed I missed any shots that he made, but he actually missed every shot. Well, one of them connected, but it bounced, but he did 0 damage. He actually, all 4 shots were misses.
Exactly.
And, I mean, the shot that did hit was it's a clip. It wasn't a hit. He's lucky to get the stat that it was a hit. Disabled fluffed that game so hard. Lipton's as well fired 12 shots, connecting only 7, 5 of which did damage. Not enough. He was scared. He was at low HP. He was shaking around a lot. Let's look on the other side of the field. The Optic actually did get quite a few shots off. Most of them critical hits, though.
3 shots.
It was Jared. He did 13 shots, connected with 7, so it was actually just the same. So the 1390s were very, very nervous, not really able to aim their shots, but they did still do some damage. Disabled really dropped the ball there for Nod.
Yeah, and the IS3 damage also for Nod. I mean, 700 and 1000 against his autoloaders, you have to hit. Yeah,
I was just watching him. I literally watched him for every 4 of those shots, and it was just one of them was unlucky. He was tracked and he span and shot into the wall, but still.
I mean, Ozada, 8 shells fired, only 3 hits for an IS3.
Well, that's not so bad considering the IS3s were being used as sniping shell tanks. But if you look here, he is the top damage dealer for them.
1,200, 3 shells. I mean,
I still think that's fine because the IS3s were using themselves as snipey sort of chances, and a lot of those shells would not be misses, critical misses. Like the critical misses are the ones where you've gone into close combat and every second counts. Where you're shooting 5 at the start of the game when every second doesn't count, it doesn't matter so much. And I think that's where the misses from Osta came in. The misses from the disabled came in at a critical moment. If he had hit those 4 shots that he made, the game would have been completely different. Nod would have taken the town, they would have swooped around. FCSD, by the time he came back to his teammates, it would have been a lot of trouble for Synergy. I feel like he dropped the ball.
Yeah, that's true. That's more important. But still, 3 shells. He should hit 4 or 5 at least, a minimum.
1 would be good.
Yeah. Yeah, this would be good. That's true.
1 would be better than any, but the prize for getting this vote right is a T-34 Premium Tier 8 American tank. Now, I love this tank myself.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I get frustrated with it, but I play it like a second row. So think of second row. You're not front row because you cannot turn very fast. Your aim is terrible once you move the turret or the body. So you can't really fire on the move. You're slow, but you're not quite a TD either. You're kind of like the American TDs, but you're second row. So if you're just behind the main assault, you're quite close. You're not too far away. It's a great tank. Yeah. If someone gets close to you, you will eat your mouse because of how frustrated you are trying to get that last shot on that guy who's spinning around you, and you just can't do it.
Especially the damage. I mean, you can do 500 damage with a shell.
Yeah,
that's really tank. Cool. Playing with the turret, somewhere behind, not in the first front line. Sniping, 400 damage average.
Holla, holla, get dollar. Every time you hit, that's cha-ching amount of credit.
Exactly.
So it's a great tank, and I can assume everyone wants their team to win. So who did you vote for again, guys? Obviously, voting is not open, but I want to see how many Nod fans we actually have watching and how many people want Synergy as we go into game number 4 of Synergy versus Nod. 1-0 so far. Synergy got the last game.
Synergy, FCSD, Darkots, and Drag, Jared Leto negative, Fixer and Siege, 1 Pershing and 4 1390s.
And Nod are going for no Pershing strategy, but 4 AMX 1390s. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see how this works out for them as Oster, Disabled, Lipters and Quat need to make those shots. Will Disabled fluff it again? The Bazile is backing them up with the T69 being the bread and butter of their team. Let's see how they make this work.
I think with the Pershing from the south, it's okay, because it will be at the same time like the 69 from the north in the fighting area. So it's a good choice from Synergy to go for the Pershing. Constant fire, a bit more of absorbing shells instead of the 69. And they got Fixed on the base to cover everything.
Well, let's have a look at the way the teams are actually advancing into the battle. We are seeing a big split from Nod. For the very first time, we are seeing a west push with the T1 there for Drag. Sorry, not Drag, Synergy. Is it Fixer?
Fixer is in the base.
Yeah, it's Fixer. Fixer is watching out for it. They're not spotted yet, but Disabled is going to go round and be spotted any second now as he runs into Fixer. But it looks like that Synergy knew that this would happen, and here it goes. The 2 are spotted, and it's all up to Synergy. Oh, it's Set. It's not Fixer. It's Set.
Yeah, Fixer is also spotting from the base, so he will spot the match.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Fixer is still a bot. But there we go. Negative, though. Krot and Oster need to be careful here as Negative hits Krot.
But FSC joins now Negative with the Pershing to help him against Krot.
and they got to get out of there. Costa and
Yeah.
Kot need to get out of there, but at the same time, something needs to happen here as the two T1s covered by Disabled are trying to get to the base, but Disabled is in the, whoa, already in the base going for Cat Fast. Is this a Cat Fast strat? All or nothing?
I think they can't do that. The Negative and Gatto's in a perfect position with the 3090.
Oh, but yet again, more shots here from Nord, just not connecting as Oster protects his teammate Crotch and doing a great job at it too. And he's going to chase down Jared. He's got one more shot and he gets him. Great shooting here by Oster.
But
He's not going to have enough
FCSD.
shells to kill FCSD, and FCSD will be able to kill Oster with his next shot. Boom.
Boom.
There you go.
Blop.
He hesitated for a second there, but it seems to be all over here for Nod, but maybe not. As
Maybe
we
not.
do have Lipton's in the back, doing damage to Drag, and he might be able to finish Drag off with one more shot. Will he get it off first? Yes, he will!
And Negative is also on reload, so Liptons and the Bazil can continue, for the Bazil is anyways reloaded.
And the
in
Bizarre
69.
comes in and Negative's like, oh god, a full HP
yes.
T69, where did this come from? But Lipton's going to die because Bizarre is not in the right place, taking damage from FCSD, who is fully reloaded now. 5 shots left with
And
him.
the same we got in the background, Disabled against Dark Gods.
Oh, well played
Roses.
here from Negative. In the other side, Gregory with Bizarre, Disabled and Dark God Zim. Oh my god, the action is all over the map here as Negative is still baiting Bizarre, making him utterly useless as Lipton's is reloading with 15 seconds left on that reload. Negative's come forward though, he's going for the shot. Will he take the shot on Lipton's? The answer is no, he's too scared of Bizarre. Instead, he's going to try and take the Bizarre down. Negative's got 128 HP, but what a damage he did. 1,000 damage to the Bizarre. Lipton's get that shot off though. He survives the shot. That was unexpected. RNG was on his side, but the too much HP lost by the Bizarre with no damage dealt. This is too close to call, but still, Bizarre should not have taken that much damage in that situation.
Exactly, he take too much damage. He should finish off the Pershing faster with his 4 shells. The Pershing is still alive, deal a lot of damage in the whole fight. SSD is doing a really great job with his Pershing here. And yeah, he can also absorb still a shell, and he needs only one to finish off Lipton's for sure with 11 hit points, and Zibazil with 344 will take 2 shells. So I think that's the only chance for them for not just go for the Pershing and then try to bait the 3090.
Bizarre's going to get proxy spotted if he goes any further forward, and Dark Gonzem will easily be able to take him out, but he is lucky. That was down to the meter. That was really close for getting proxy scouted. And if you guys didn't know, if you've not been familiar with the battle engine so much, 50 meters you will be revealed. Regardless of what's between you. You could be between a mountain that's only 50 meters wide, and you will be revealed.
You can hear the engine of the enemy
or
tank.
something, something happens, and 50 meters is the reveal range. You will always be revealed. So you could see how close the Bizarre was there from being spotted, and that would have been over. 6 minutes left, and not a good camp, for sure.
The question is now what they wanted to do. I mean, it's possible for Synergy to draw it out in the lead and not. They can also say, okay, we can't really win it, better we draw before we lose, or we have to wait a minute, maybe they show themselves in a bad placement and we can just focus one out and come back into the fight. But I think Synergy will do the move. Dark Godson got 860 hit points, close to the Pershing, also at least minimum survive 1 shell and can easily bounce one from the 69. So I think it's up to Synergy to move.
Yeah, totally. I mean, there's no way Nog could attack at this point. Because even if the 1390 was on its own, Dark God Zim, and the Bizarre and Lipton's found him by surprise, it would be the amount of damage they could produce before Dark God Zim one-shots one of them. Unless the Bizarre somehow survives from the shot. I mean, he's got a good chance of surviving 1 shot, but no for 2.
No, definitely not 2, no. But yeah, there's an option. I mean, if the 69 shoots faster, so if he hit 2 times and Lipton's 1 time with a high roll, all 3 shells, they could maybe kill Dark Godson, but then still a Pershing behind them. So it's really up to Synergy. Not can't attack. It's impossible for them, and they're just staying in a defensive position. I think it's okay.
And here we have Lipton's on a great position to do some damage. In fact, he does have a direct line of fire to Dark Godson. He just doesn't know it.
Yeah, he is not spotted, and Dark Godson is slowly moving forward here to spot the tanks. The Pershing is staying more defensive, FCSD behind the rock, so he can join the fight easily in any time, but yeah, he can't get shells in the beginning. And Darkozim, he is really close to this border of this plateau, so he can immediately drop down after spotting.
Darkozim has been spotted. The Bazal has been spotted as well, but the first shot from Darkozim does not connect. Bazal gets 2 in. He's down to 344. Oh my god! With 0 damage received, not take him down. FCSD is the last guy alive. He can take 2 shots from Lipton's and Bazal, but they will wait for a reload. FCSD cannot let that happen. He's going to have to come out and do something because, wow, Lipton's it wouldn't reload, surely. He's still got 2 shells left at least, maybe even 3, but Nod, wow. Darkozim just
They are
melted.
back into the game.
They are back into this. I didn't think that would happen, but they split off FCSD and Lipton's. I guess they thought they went back to base.
Yeah.
But why would you think that on Cliff?
I don't know. I expected after he gets spotted, he immediately dropped down to the left side, but he stayed on top. Then he was tracked, and they get 2 shells or 3 shells from the 3090, 1 from the 69, and poof, he was done.
Wow, this is going to make Career Boss happy. A very active member of the chat. I know he voted for Nod, so he's going to really like that moment there. That was crazy. I thought Nod were out of this battle. There's no way. I thought they would go for draw. Really thought they would go for draw. But
the Pershing FCSD, he got no driver anymore, so he's really slow.
Oh, first shot though, gets a Bazal, and he gets away. Very, very good move there from FCSD.
Question: why the hell Bazil moved back? Move in. The Pershing got reload.
Yeah,
but now he's spotted, so maybe the 3090 will come from behind. But
maybe he thought he was an autoloader, like I did.
The Pershing is an autoloader.
Like
new meta game. But no, the Pershing is
FCSD,
on the way.
FCSD. Oh my god! What?
How to throw a game?
If you had to have a tank alive, it has to be FCSD, right?
Yes.
If you had to have someone alive, it would be him. The guy is carrying Synergy. Just amazing.
Exactly. And yeah, Lipton's 11 hit points. I mean, the Pershing can even ram him to death. So 2 minutes left on the clock.
Like, do you know what? F this. I'm not. I've just flipped the table. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah,
you're right. That was
unbelievable.
Missed. He should have just drove forward and attacked him. 8 seconds is the reload time for the Pershing. He had enough time to get into position. 2 shots off.
Yeah, easy. Exactly. I have absolutely no idea, but it was. I thought Synergy will win it clear, then not come back into the fight, was in the favor, and now it's up to Synergy.
It's really weird for Bazal to panic like that. He's a very experienced player. He's been in the Golden League every season, all 3 seasons, and regular player. There's no way for him to freeze like that. His brain is shut down.
Missed in all 3 seasons, only 5 single rounds. That means 1 single game. He played all other 44 games.
But the only thing I can think of is he had his teammates shouting in his ear. And
maybe.
Because that can happen.
And also it's his first offline event. Even if he plays 220 rounds online, it's something different if you play offline.
Yeah, of course. But still, the guy is too experienced to make such a simple mistake. But, oh my God.
But the question is, will FCSD go for the victory and try to find out the 3090? I mean, he can survive the first shell, but then he's immediately to hit because the 3090 needs only 2 seconds to reload.
Well, the Pershing can't attack because he's got his driver dead and no medkit, apparently.
Exactly.
So Lipton's has to be very careful here. Very, very careful. I don't agree with his position there because there's no cover, and his vision, the fact he's a light tank, is his advantage, and that's it. Just stay still.
I think that will be a draw in the next 30 seconds. They're too afraid.
If I was Lipton's, I would be paralyzed with fear.
Too many crazy things happen already in the game.
Yeah, FCSD knows that if he gets surprised by the 1390, he is dead. There's no way he'll be able to survive in an open field. And Lipton's knows that if he crosses the front of FCSD, he will die to a shot. So this is a stalemate situation, and a legitimate stalemate situation. There is nothing either team could have done. Like, obviously, excluding the Bazal's mess up. But then again, Darkozim messed up as well. So.
858 points for nothing.
Nod should have won that.
Yeah. That's for sure. I mean, that's a second draw that Nodhead should won. And no,
see, look, he was top damage dealer. Even with that complete mess up, he was top damage dealer.
Yeah.
What happened? I really, if I could speak Russian, I'd go down to him right now and say, like, dude, death. happened there? What was going through your mind?
Yeah.
But that was crazy. SCSD brought it back for them. But Dark God Zim only did 722 damage, being near max HP for the end there.
Yeah.
And that proves that he really didn't do anything all battle.
No, he finished 2 tanks off, so...
Well, yeah, but let's have a look at his hits. 13 shots, 5 connections, 2 of which are finishing tanks off. He wasn't worth anything.
Yeah.
And at the end there, he didn't do anything either.
That's true,
FCSD coped well without him. He literally did not use it. He was solo, but... Oh my god, so what's the next map anyway?
Mainz.
So it's going to the last map. It's 1-0.
Mainz, the last map. It's 1-0.
It's
It's 1-0, yes.
is 1-0.
2 draws in favor of not, so...
Yeah.
But we can't give a point for 2 good draws, so...
Well, Synergy
1-1.
had a moment. If it wasn't for Darkom's mess up, that map should have gone for Synergy anyway. But
That's true.
yeah, in the end situation, it was Nod's game. It went to... So I guess... I don't know what to say. Both teams messed that up.
The good thing is, I think we will never ever see a draw in Mainz. So no
Oh God,
overtime.
you just said it. You just said it. But yeah, I think the best quote here would be, "I'm panicking! I'm panicking! Oh my God, I'm panicking!" And I think you could relay that voice over the top of the T69 play from the Bazile and also Dark God Zim's play from the 3090. But it felt like that's what it was. But Bazile top damage, Lipton's third. It was so close. Look at the damage here.
Yeah, and also, I mean, we also pointed out yesterday, in close battles like this, you need the second T1. I mean, with a second T1 for Synergy, with spot or deal at least maybe 11 damage to a 3090.
Do you know what? That is a
damage.
very good point. 11 damage to a 3090 is very feasible for a T1.
Exactly.
Very, very feasible. And in fact, who was it that assaulted the base? It was Drag?
Drag, yeah.
Yeah. So situations
Drag.
like that where T1s get damaged quite heavily because of T1 defense, and well, there you go. I don't know what else to say, guys. You were right with the votes. 54% to 46%. Yeah.
58 to 42.
58 to 42.
No, 58.
I was right. 56 to 40.
You never
50,
said
44.
56.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, 56. To
What it
44.
says on the screen. That's right. What it says on the screen, guys. That's the correct
It's about
percentage.
the icons from the teams.
Sorry?
It's about the icons from the teams, not the win.
Oh, stop with that. It would be 100% nod.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's true. That's
Everyone loves Command and Conquer.
Yep.
Anyway, 56% did say Synergy, and Synergy are playing well. They have some key
Yeah.
members here, and I would like to think what they would be like if they did have their Illusion Yes.
true. Yes.
If Illusion Yes
And
was
no
here, I
fixer.
would really say that this percentage would have to be higher for the
Yeah.
victory, for the people who would be winning right now, or thinking who would win. Synergy would have a lot more fans because look how close it is without him.
That's true. I mean, that's the difference. Also, in the regular season, 7th place to 10th place, or 11th place even for not. So,
Yeah.
4 place between the teams, 4-1 victory in the regular season for
Don't get me
Synergy.
wrong, not are playing
So,
decently. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not an embarrassment. There's a couple of plays that you would think, what? But yeah, the
First offline
Bizarro
event.
panicked. Is it really
It's
the
the
first
first
time?
offline event for not. So,
Huh.
they're doing really good.
Yeah.
I mean, for the first event.
That
for
is
sure.
obviously, yeah, sorry, I forget, because obviously they've been in from season 1, they've never been
Yeah.
relegated, they've always been there. I forgot that they have actually never been to
They
one of
were
the offline events. They never
always really
qualified.
close to it. 9th
Always really
place,
close,
10th place.
but never there.
Yeah.
So this is their first offline event, so of course they're going to have the extra stress of being here, the lights on them, the commentators, that everything is going to be a lot of pressure on them, and that might excuse some of their plays there. Remember, they did beat Synergy once during the season, so in season 2.
In season 1.
Season
Yeah, 3-2 and 2-1.
And 2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So season 1 and 2. So
Yeah.
actually they've beaten Synergy more than Synergy have beaten Nod. So statistically, Nod actually have the favour in history.
Exactly.
But if you look at the individual player statistics, then Synergy and overall team performance, Synergy do have
Yeah,
the edge. So this is
exactly.
why it's a 50-50 guess.
And the offline experience. And yeah, on Mainz, maybe we see VZs again, 3090s, and would be really cool if you see maybe a 3090 with a small gun to reload faster and to be ready on the hill.
Really?
Yes.
Is that even a possibility?
Yeah.
We're using the 75mm.
Yeah, with I think 180, 150 damage. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
actually.
it's like the T-71's gun.
Yeah.
It's like a lot faster to reload, it's a lot faster
Exactly.
to fire. You just like, you act more like a 71 than you do, or 75, sorry.
You can use one of the 3090s to go up on the hill to kill one 3090 before it's reloaded, because he is already reloaded and shouldn't shoot. So it's a possibility.
And it takes you off guard, I guess. You see the 3090 go, well, he got 10 seconds left, no, 20 seconds left before he reloads. And then he sits still in the open and is aiming at you. You're like, he's not loaded. And then
what's going on?
And he tracks you. And then you're like, wait, and then 69s come over. Lots of things can happen. So,
that's true.
Wow, the Bazile there in the center, huffing and puffing.
Yeah, it looks like they're still discussing the tactic.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if his teammates are like, what happened there, man? It was a Pershing, it wasn't a 5100. I know FCSD always drives a 5100, but right now he was in a Pershing. You should have assaulted him. You should have gone for it. You just sat there and did nothing and then died.
That's true. Yeah. 69. I mean, the worst thing you can happen if you get a shot from a single loader, fall back and let him reload. Go in and kill him.
Right. So mines. What happens on mines?
Hopefully, fast action on the hill. 3090, 69 VZ.
Objects?
No objects.
No objects.
Maybe IS3s and T32s if you're playing defensive. Yesterday we saw KV5s.
KV5, yeah, I'd like to see the KV5 strategy again. It was WZs and KV5s. Well, it counters the WZs and the 3090s, basically, and the T69s. It counters 3 tanks almost. No, it's not a complete counter. Obviously, it can be penetrated by them, but they find it much harder.
That's
so
true.
KV5s really can counter light strategies.
Yeah.
So, it's like going on steps and bringing along 5 KV5s and just driving at the enemy.
Yeah.
You actually could.
No, it will not work because you get too easy flanked and you're not maneuverable enough. You're too slow and all the.
And they can just hide from you.
They just hide. They run and hide. And if you go to the cap, you're in the total open and you get fire. But on mines, it's a good thing you can go up to this small rock before you go on the top of the hill. You can hide behind that. You can this R2D2 in front of you where you can penetrate easily. So
I have it. I have the next plan.
Yeah.
6, 7 togs. Next meta. You heard it here first.
Okay.
Right, let's go into map number 5. It's currently 1-0 in an intense match between Nod versus Synergy.
And on the side of Synergy, we got Darkot in FCSD in the 69, the Gunslingers here, Director, Leto Negative in the 3090, Fixer Siege in the T1.
And for Nod, we have Disabled and Krot in the the overlay's not working. T69s in the Gunslingers combinations. We have Lipton's in the 3090, 2 WZs with Oster and the Bazile, and 2 T1s, Patrick and Slava, supporting them.
Yeah.
So very similar, but the WZs instead of 3090s. So in theory, Nod should have the advantage on the hill if it happens in the first 40 seconds.
Yes, and even in the late game with the 3090s and the 69s on reload, the WZs can still shoot. So I think definitely in favor of Nod here. And it's really interesting if Negative gets tracked or blocked here while he's going up to the hill. And there's Ozada. The first hit goes to Negative and he blocks him, the Vezil, and now it's really interesting who will get focused out.
And here's a round from Drag going into Lipton's. Negative's going to get focused down if they can, but the Bizarro might go down first. They're going to try and get him with one more shot, but Drag gets in the way. Bizarro goes out wide though to try and get him, but his teammates are supporting really well. Synergy are getting destroyed here. Bizarro's at 2 HP. He needs to stop though before he goes round the hill too far. And Lipton's with 1. Lipton's and Bizarro, but Bizarro is going to get spotted here, and he's going to go down. What a shot from Jared. He needs to get out now before he takes too much damage, as Oster is chasing him, and Lipton's at 1 HP as well. But Oster goes to the round. He's going to try and track him. He does get the track. The repair kit is used. One more shot, but Jared is going to get it. No! Lipton's get the shot. 1 HP. Oh! Crashed into the ground. Dark God Zim watched his teammate fly off the hill, and that might be their hopes of not getting 8th place again for the really 3rd offline season in a row. That might have been it, flying. And they say when pigs fly, then Synergy might have a hope, because FCSD is still in the game, and so is Dark God Zim.
Exactly. And I think the key to win on the hill was the T1s coming with and dealing also the damage on the hill. There was Zish on the hill. There was, I think, Slava also on the hill dealing damage. So that was really the thing what changed the battle on top. They blocked the shells, T1s were shooting at them. And
great ramming as well to take off tracks, to keep them in the open, pin them still. It's really important. If you lose your track, there's no movement. Anyone can just focus you down. It's harder to block. You can't move around. It's just so much easier to kill you.
Exactly. And sorry that I have to point it out again, Lipton's 1 hit points. T1 on the hill.
No.
T1 on the hill would kill him with a single shell.
Fixer is still out. Synergy are really suffering for the lack of 7th player. But a free shot gets Dark on Zim. 2 shots from Krot. 3 shots. I didn't say 3. 3 shots. 2 free shots.
Before anyone goes anything else.
Yeah, just 2 shots there. 2 free shots. Just making that absolutely clear. I did not get that wrong. He has 2 shells remaining. He's probably going to go and reload. But here comes the assault of the 2 tier 1s. They are going to be spotted because of the bot in base, and I guess we should complain. And they're going to come in now. There they've been spotted. They've seen Fixer. Fixer is not going to move. Easy kill there. But FCSD is waiting for this and does not get the kill. In fact, he's spotted and taken damage from the 2 guys in the center. Disabled, and Krot are carrying this for Nod. It looks like Nod are not going to go home today. They are going to get... It's not Nod. They're going to go through. FCSD's in a lot of trouble. Lipton's is coming around the back. 1 HP, but still fully able. He runs into Dark on Zim. He's got he fired 1 shot in the panic, but now he's going into the dip. He's going in the dip.
I don't know really why the disabled and Krot with the full hit point 39 just go down.
Oh, FCSD is not able to connect, and there he goes. He is taking him down, but wow, it's amazing.
And now the 2 39s join.
Now the 2 full HP 39. He's still full HP, but disabled gets hit in the ammo rack. If he's not careful, he could actually go down, but no, he doesn't. And FCSD now has to take on 2 69s. And that's the end of that. Synergy go home. They're 8th place yet again in Season 3. At least they broke the online 8th place finish, but Nod recover and they take it back. Wow, that was crazy.